whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, you start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Moss. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Give to the back. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Steps away to find some room. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Fires to the big fella. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They kick it away on 4th down. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got the first down and more. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Inside and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Bennett. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs, like, throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body, and you better look out, college football.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
He'll try to feel the button, see if he can give his offense better field position. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Brown has it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. To the ground with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. He's going to fire deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, it's a great job by the offensive line moving to the unblocked defender and giving their quarterback a beautiful pocket to throw to there.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. For 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. That's caught. It's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He'll set up to throw. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be dragged down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Gamecocks.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hamilton. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Grab near the marker. It's Tyson. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Quick handoff. Breaks the tackle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. No Cam Scatterboo this season. Guys, he was the definition of all-purpose workhorse back a year ago. He put Arizona State in the national spotlight. David, how do you replace a guy who was not only so productive, but was really the heart and soul of the team's identity?
Well, you know what's nice, Reese? It's nice to have a quarterback that's a superstar, a budding superstar. Sam Levitt is that guy. Can run it, can throw it.
And into the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Got his man quickly. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Snagged in the middle, it's Jacobs. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Nice job by the quarterback. pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and then next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Lets it go to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a...
He's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Stanford went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Cardinal ever do that? Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality...
Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Arizona State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To throw, it's Sellers. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He's going to let it go. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Under fire. Powers through the defender. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to Brown. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. With the catch, it's Brown. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the air, it's Levitt. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, 4th down.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Corner's going to give them room. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Harbor. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Throwing on the run. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but You got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man cover.
There he goes. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harbor. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with...
Touchdown Gamecocks! The offense cashing it in on that drive. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. That's caught. It's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better, but that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Buys a little extra time. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play. And how about this defense? 2 great plays in a row, defending the pass, now stuffing the run call.
Yeah, and it just looks like they're going to make the offense earn it, right? They know at this point, if you're going to score a touchdown, it's not going to come easy. So someone here, if they're going to throw it now on third down, is going to have to make a contested catch.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. He wants it all. Touchdown, South Carolina. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Houston had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans there in Clutch City are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Power football with the run. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Here's the pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and we saw that right there.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Makes the catch. It's Tyson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Handoff to the single running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So first down will open up the final period. They'll go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. To the air, it's Sellers. Fires to the middle. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
South Carolina, 49. Arizona State, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And the Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
The Sun Devils line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Here comes the heat. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moss. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle, it's Tyson. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. This quarterback part of their running game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing it around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Rushes on him. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier.
Turning it on! And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Man, these plays are really, really simple and really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the sticks. It's Harbor. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the offense. They'll run play action. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Skips away from pressure. Got it in the middle, it's Harbor. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is...
Unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Finds his target down the middle.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games, so you got to keep sharp.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UConn had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans in stores are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Levin. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And back to the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He wants a big play here late. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quickly complete. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.